Hello everyone, welcome to the vCISO series, Cybersecurity Incident Response. I'm pretty sure you're going to feel much more better after watching this video. So the potential between the vCISO series is to just give you an oversight and sometimes insight as to what are the strategies. So the CISO is mainly at the C level, so whether you want to just open up like a consulting firm or become a CISO, this series might be very useful for you because that is a strategic level and gives you some opportunity or open some doors to you to make sure you cover all the activities or all the responsibilities that are covered under the CISO. So cybersecurity incident response is one of those hot topics that every single CISO is really concerned about. So whenever we talk about any activity that is under executives, that involves a life cycle of those activities. That means from start to end, you have to always prep or do the preparation phase, the detection analysis in the case of incident management, containment, eradication, and recovery. And then there are some post-incident activities that they have to be taken care as well. So these are the agenda for today's video. So preparing for and managing cyber threats, detecting and analysis, containment, eradication, recovery, post-incident activity, best practices for incident response, and conclusion. So we're going to just go throughout the life cycle to understand each and every single bullet point to make sure we have a good understanding about the incident management or incident response life cycle. Many people, they just use these terms interchangeably, or incident management is different than incident response in that the incident response involves response to an incident when it becomes or qualified as a cybersecurity incident, not like an event or any technical issues in the IT environment. When it does happen, based on the severity that is defined in the IRP that is going to be further discussed, that incident will be qualified for further either investigation or response or reporting to the executives or whatever that is there or defined in the IRP or incident response plan. So in the preparation phase for every single company, it is highly not recommended, it's a must for every single company that they have to, as part of the incident response, they have to just have a plan. So incident response plan is a document usually between, depending on the size of the company, it might be from 30 to 100 pages, describing about the incident response team. The incident response team, again, throughout the incident response lifecycle, tries to just address, rectify, and just do the lessons learned or post-mortem or post-incidence activities that they have to be, shared between or different team members and different teams at different levels. Mainly, there are at least three teams involved in the incident response team. The first one is going to be technical and or tactical level. The second one is going to be executive level, and the third one is going to be, executive and legal or any type of internal sections that they might be involved in the incident response. If it's required, law enforcement or any type of activities that is taken on external counsel or legal counsel, that would be considered as on a per or ad hoc basis. That would be called out by those incident response teams. So I have a separate video that talks about how to prepare the incident response plan, and that is a nice video, and I would just highly recommend to see that as well. So after the incident response, we have to make sure conduct regular training and simulations. That means the incident response plan is just a plan. If it's not practiced, if it's not exercised, it won't be useful. So at least it is encouraged to just, based on the size of the company and the requirements, just yearly or more than once per year, it is recommended. So the team is warm-handed. They know how to address, who to call, what are the teams, what are the responsibility of each member in the team, and so on and so forth. So in case of an incident, they are more prepared and they can act upon the activities that are just under their role or job description. And we have to make sure that always communication protocols are up to date and they're established properly. So whatever the main channel of the business would be, it might be impacted by the incident. So we have to have an out-of-band channel. So these are the main concerns that I would just separately and in depth would just discuss in a separate video. So in the detection and analysis space, we have to first identify and understand what we're facing with or what the issue is, right? Because once let's say, an activity log comes to the system, it becomes an event. And then after just triage or the first people or layer one, layer two people that they're just doing the triage, they would just identify as an incident. So to become an incident, it has to have certain criteria or attributes. Once again, we'll have a different or separate video because this is just like a high level. Those are identified in the incident response, the severity and the priority of the incident, how to classify them. But after that, we need some tools and detection tools, right? So the detection tools are SIM, SOAR, or any kind of IDS, IPS. These engines usually feed the incident response for IDS, ITSM, or ticketing system, in which the incidents are assigned to different or separate teams. And then after analysis, they would be classified, and then the monitoring and logging, so that we are just talking about, because once an activity is detected in the environment, it's very important to just have the right tooling and logging systems and monitoring system to make sure these are really actual or real incidents, and just differentiate them from the false positives. So containment is the act that in which we try to just limit the damage or just contain and just isolate that system that is affected by any type of attack. That means, let's say you have a service that is impacted by an attack, could be like a web service, could be like a portal, could be any type of services that are either public facing or internal facing that are impacted by the incident, and somehow they became unavailable or impacted or degraded, let's say, in performance. That means that system, of course, with the right description of how that should be contained, we don't want to just go through the unplanned activities. We just want to make sure the right people are on the call, authorized people, to decide about the containment, because containment is a very sensitive act and it impacts the services that the company is offering, right? On the public or web, let's say, interface. So that means the systems that is affected, either it should be, with different strategies, could be taken, isolated, put into a separate VLAN or segment, or could be, the accesses could be closed, or it could be blocked, or any type of activities. Again, it will be in detail described in the incident response plan in a separate video. So contain, first you detect an analysis, then you contain the incident for further let's say, spreading or disrupting any other services that might be impacted by the incident. Eradication. So in the eradication phase, we try to find the root cause. That helps us to identify the root of this incident, whether there was a just missing patch or just a faulty patch or any type of activity like DDoS or any type of attack. That should be identified first. And what would be the prevention mechanism or protection mechanism to block us or to let us avoid for further incident of the same type. Excuse me. The best, actually, the post-mortem or post-incident activity involves all the activities like post-mortem analysis and the activities like lesson learned that is just tries to just improve the IRP. So if there is an activity for a special service that we need to take into consideration, that it has to be known by everybody in the company, it has to be written and updated in the IRP so everyone knows that, okay, this type of service, because it's relying on multiple subsequent services down the path, it has to be taken care by this kind of measures. So that needs to be discussed, and post-mortem is considered a very valuable and important activity that needs to be done. That then takes us to the best practices for incident response. Like your regular updates, we have to make sure the IRP is updated. It has to be practiced, trained, and people should be trained on the incident response. And incident response team should receive training and exercises or drills of any type, could be simulation or fire drills or any type of activity that let the team practice the incident response. And then we have to just build the culture through the security awareness and for throughout the companies, for the entire company. So the conclusion, again, the importance is one of the most important activities in the cybersecurity space. And we have to make sure we always improve, monitor, and update the incident response team. Thank you for watching this video, and more videos are coming. Thank you very much. And